Good morning, everybody. I'm just going to bring this up on my laptop, as always. Okay. Yay. Good morning, Debbie. How are you? And everybody else. Who else do we have with us today? How's everybody doing today? We're trying to get a little bit of snow here. So, as you guys have all seen, we have a new collection coming out. We are releasing something pretty much every month, with a really special release, I think quarterly. So in March, it's a mixed media, large format thingamajig that we're doing. So excited about it. Hi Dali, how are you, hun? And we're so excited. We're so excited. So before I get into the Gelli plate and talk a little bit about my experience with the Gelli plate, I just wanted to let you know that our release for January is Bird Song, and I'm going to have to tell you, Gelli sent me because these get manufactured in the UK locally there, and so Gelli had sent me, of course, a working copy, so that I could get a little bit of ahead of the game and start on some projects and, you know, just make sure everything looked good. Unfortunately, the light here doesn't show how beautiful and bright this is. Good morning, Britt. I'm glad you made it. I hope you're doing okay. And Martin got off okay and he's doing okay. You must be so sad and lonely without him. But you have us, your crafty friends. I know it doesn't replace him and his great cooking. Well, both of you are really good cooks. And good morning, Di. Hi, Paul. And so before I get into the Gelli plate and my experience with it, which thanks to Britt, because if it wasn't for Britt and Gelli pushing me, just do it, just go for it, because I'm a little bit, be honest with you, a little bit nervous to do the Gelli plate. Even I get nervous, simply because I really haven't dabbled with it a lot, but what a great forum to play and see what happens, right? This is one way of pushing myself in the new year, of doing things that I'm not so comfortable with. But before we get to that, like I said, Gelli and I are ecstatic. We can't thank you guys enough. As you know, we're just two little sisters who are trying our very hard to really inspire you guys with our mixed media projects and our paper line. So I can't tell you how many requests I've already had for the card kit. I haven't even shown it. I just put pictures up. Thank you so much. The books are flying off the shelf. They are a limited edition, so that means there's only so much in print. But yes, we're excited. So going back to Gelli sends me a working copy. As you can tell, I'm so excited, talking so fast. Gelli sends me a working copy. And so I have to tell you, I don't have the whole pad with me in front of me, but I have some pages that I didn't use during my mixed media project and the card kit. So I will show you what I have. They were supposed to be here on Friday, but apparently Ontario has loads of shipping facilities where they go to the sorting facility. And it went to the wrong sorting facility, but I had a message this morning that it will be delivered to me, all these books, by end of today. So I'm really excited about that. But let me show you what I do have. Again, I don't have the full book here, only what I didn't use. So this is the book. It's called Bird Song. Oh, Britt, I'm really happy to hear that. And we're Zooming on Sunday, so that'll be nice. Bird Song is 21 designs, always acid free, double-sided, 200 GSM, so very good for mixed media. You can find this on our website. So the very first page on the inside doesn't go to waste. It's got all these gorgeous sentiments and colors. This is one of my favorite pages because I don't see a lot of, actually they're all my favorite. You're gonna hear me saying that. You don't see a lot of this bright yellow. So I really, really like it. Hi Pat, how are you? Oh, Pat, I just answered you. This is a limited edition book for $10.99 Canadian. Dali's will be different because it's in the UK. So I love this pattern. And again, you've got something on the back if you want to cut out squares. Here's another page. A gate. I can see myself doing a mixed media project with this because it's a nice size. Hi, Julie. And again, on the back, you've got these gorgeous, gorgeous cutouts. The light does not do it justice. Here I go, another favorite page. So I'm probably only showing you a half of the book. I'm not showing you all of the book. It's got a nice bicycle. So something for everybody, very clean, but still got the mixed media colors in it. I will put one aside for you, Pat. They arrived today. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for your support. And then it's got the really mixed media. We've also included in this book elements that you can, good morning Charlie, elements that you can cut out. So look at these. So if you like fussy cutting or you got a brother scan and cut, thanks Brenda, because I just ordered my new mat and got it. You can definitely do that. And then this is a page that I've worked with for my mixed media project. Thanks, Britt. You guys are an amazing support to me and my sister. And then you have this on the back. So as you guys know, I am not a pink girl, but I am a teal girl. So, and I like mixed media. So this actually, I'm quite shocked how much I loved working with this. So a great mixed media project can be made from this. You balance and do stuff coming from the frame. And again, lots of cutouts if you just want to make cutouts and whatnot. And another gorgeous, vibrant page. Okay, so with the birdie on the back. And so a smaller bird with the bicycle added this time. So I got yours already, Gloria. I mean, I'll get it today. I've got your name down. Thank you so much, Gloria, for your support. So that's a bird song, all about half of it, unfortunately. So, as I said, I had played around and Peggy, my friend, had told me about a little portfolio she had made. And so I went on YouTube and a good friend of mine, Ingrid, from the UK, she actually does have a YouTube channel, but she sent me a template for this great little folio. She calls it a brag book. So I'm just going to show you actually what it looks like using those papers. How gorgeous is that? I just love, love, love. So I'm just going to pop it up. You guys know, I know I say I'm not a card maker, but I'm definitely not an album maker. In fact, I'm going to be taking Gail's class to learn how to make albums, but this was my first baby project. So it opens up right here, and then you go this way, and then you go this way, and you see I did the two matching things there. So this is one of the pages I didn't show you because I've used it. And then you have this here, and then you open it, and there's that big bird. I just love this bird. Hi, Terry. And then what I did in the middle was I kept everything quite plain because I wanted for the photographs to go there. So the paper allows you to do that. So everything else is quite bright and very busy and very mixed media. But then inside you get these gorgeous pages. And what I did, I repeated that pattern on the back. So I'm just like, for those of you who know me, this is like a huge accomplishment for me to be able to do something like this. So there you go. So that's one project that I did with the cards. The reason I did this project, and I'll be honest, was to push myself, but also to show you even our mixed media pads are also still scrapbooking pads that you can use. They're not just strictly for mixed media. And of course, you guys all saw this online, and thank you. Thanks, Terry. Thank you, Charlie. Thanks, Paul. This was my, obviously, you know, I like mixed media. So this was my mixed media project, which you guys loved. Now, I'll be honest with you. I did take a quick few video, very like a couple of seconds of video here and there. Thank you, Brett. So maybe I'll see if I can't piece them together and post it when I was making this. So this is the die cuts using one of Dali's dies, making all these flowers. And actually behind the fence, there is actually a garden. You can't see it. Thank you, Debbie. There's a garden behind the fence. There's actually a pot with flowers in it. There's some wood chips in it. There's some grass in it and some white flowers in it, like baby's breath. So there's quite a bit going on behind the fence that you can't see. But how cute is that? And there's even a little birdie sitting there. So I really like this. I loved playing around with the crackle, as you know. Thanks, Pat. Thank you so much, guys. So this was my mixed media project with the pad to show you. You can also do mixed media. Now, I've had so many requests for the card kits, and the books will come in tonight. So I will get on them and get Dad to do my die cutting. Now, you don't have to use the sentiments that I give you. Thank you, Charlie. You don't have to use the sentiments I give you, but it is like an all occasion card kit. There's 8 cards in total with 8 matching envelopes. Well, what I mean matching envelopes, that the size is also the size for the cards. So they'll go as a flat mail when you post them. And you don't have to use the die cuts, but they will be provided in your kit. So this is from the book. So this is the very first one. Oh, thanks, Terry. Thinking of you. So very simple, very clean. So again, even though it's a mixed media pad, look what you can do with it. Look at this. And this is all embossed here. So all this will be done for you. All the die cuts will be done for you. All you're doing is assembling this kit together. So very clean cards. Just love these paper. Thank you so much, Kirsty. That's wonderful. So just gorgeous. So these are all stitched die cuts here, which will be done for you. Again, you don't have to use the sentiments on the card kits. And the card kit is a steal because, like I said, it's 8 cards with 8 envelopes, and it's only $28. And they ship flat. So you're paying minimal postage on this. $3 to $4 for your regular post. So these do ship out wherever you would like them to go. And then we have this thank you one. So again, very simple, everything done. You just need to put the card kit together. This is my favorite. I just love that bird. Thank you, Judy. Thank you. And look, thank you, Judy. A bird there. And again, that beautiful yellow with that beautiful flower. And then the final one, where I've cut that frame, you are the sunshine in my life. So that's the card kit. Right there, 8 cards, 8 envelopes. Love. And I'm taking my time because I've got to do that jelly plate thing now. And thanks, Judy. So there's the card kit. So these will... when the box arrives tonight, guess what I'm doing in the evening? Okay. So those are my samples and part of the book to show you anything is possible with the cards. Now, there has only been 2 sessions. I won't say 2 times. I will say there's only ever been 2 sessions that I have worked on the jelly plate. The very first session I ever had, I stuck to a specific color palette, and we produced, I know a lot of people are asking for digital copies of the new book, and we will get there. But this was my very first, along with Dali and using her stamps, was Journal Through India. And this was my very first jelly plate playing. There's an elephant there. Just to show you, and then Dali of course did her mixed media style on it. But this is one sample of my, hi Vimy, one sample of my jelly plate playing. So this was my very first session ever with the jelly plate. And then you guys saw this last week. So this is a background from Journal Through India, jelly plate background. We love our birds, eh? So this was just a box I made. I like to show you samples so you kind of know. And then I had gone ahead and made this gorgeous box. Again, this is from all the jelly plate papers from my first session. And I'll be honest with you, when I produced that digital book, I did it on a 12 by 12 jelly plate because the book is 12 by 12. And I didn't want any discrepancy in the pixels or anything when we did it. And this was then painted. This is just a cardboard chipboard kind of box. And then I did it with delicate antique gold. So this box goes like this. So these are very different jelly plate colors, paints that I used. They're all, the paints that I used are all Pentart. I used metallics, I used glossy, and I used matte. And this was from a card kit that I had made. Yes, you're India, Vimy. So this was a card kit I had made. I didn't sell this card kit because it was a digital download, but it was inspiration. So you can see the Indian elephant there, all decorated. Let's just give you an idea how much fun jelly prints can be. And of course, when I was able to do this and the book did really well, I wanted to play with the jelly print again. Beautiful Indian lady there. We've got, so these are Dali's stamps actually. Dali has these stamps, postcards. She has Sanskrit. She has this beautiful lady. And of course, she has the elephant. So I made loads of cards out of that book. There's a mandala in the back there. And there's this one with the postcard from India. It's got the temple there in the back, the Taj Mahal, her beautiful Indian lady embossed, and of course the elephant stamp. So this was my very first session on the jelly plate. Now look, I'm going to be honest. I didn't produce another book. I just wanted to play on the jelly plate. I was anxious because I needed to get the book in my hands for the bird song. So I played around. So you saw me post some of these cards, but I wanted to show you some leftovers of what I did. This is from a jelly plate, very simple, just 2 colors. That was Journal Through India. It's a digital download 12 by 12. I think Dali might have made it an 8 by 8 also, hun. So this is just using my stamp, You Are Braver, Stronger. This is another one of my stamps. These are all jelly prints. This is just me playing with jelly prints and stencils. And this is just leftovers that I had on a paper, which I'll show you what the leftovers are. And then today what I'm going to be doing is these 3, I don't know if I'll be able to do 3 cards, but I'm going to work with the same colors. I don't know what's going to happen. I will tell you right now. This was basically from my second session. Jelly prints will never turn out the same. You never really know what you're going to get. But this is one, and I don't know if you can see it there. This again is that flower die, Dali's flower die. We have lots of these. I might just even do a special on today and you can have them for $5 or something. Did I say that too loud? So beautiful there. So this was a very first, hi Jill, this was a very first print off the jelly plate when I made these 2 cards. And then there's this one. And this is also it taken right afterwards. So this was the first print. I'll explain it as I go along. This was the very first print I took. This was my second print. And this was my third print. And I'll explain as we go along. So very different, but very from the same family. Okay, so let's get going. I've just been so excited. I'm not going to use my 12 by 12 jelly plate print. I'm just going to use my little round. Thank you, Terry, for getting me this. I'm going to use my little round one. It's quite yellow because I wanted to practice pigment paste on it and pigment transpersion paste on it from Pentart. You guys have seen me use them in the past. They're very strong pigments and they work beautifully. And this is from the pigment Transpersion red and yellow. So you can see they're very, very bright. And so that's why, and I should have cleaned it right away and I didn't. But anyway, that doesn't matter because it's going to get dirty. This is, I wanted to show you, this is from this. This was the die cut I had on here. So I could actually pop this up and stick it back down if I wanted to. But this is what I was left with after I finished playing. So I'll show you today. But isn't that gorgeous just to have a standalone on its own card? It's just so pretty. In fact, I used this last week on a sample. So what you need is any stencil. This is a Stamperia stencil. I'm using it because it's nice and big. I've had this stencil for years, so it's got a lot of wear and tear on it, but it works perfect for this because I'm not too worried about cleaning it. So you need your jelly plate. Any size is good. I've got some copier paper here because you can still make cards from the copier paper. I've got some deli paper. You can also lift with deli paper or parchment paper. And I've got some white cards that can be £80 or £110. Okay, so you don't need much. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to end up with. But I do know that you have to work pretty fast. See if I can't get that light out of the way. You have to work pretty fast because what happens is the paint dries. And when the paint dries, you are not able to lift off your print, okay? So if I don't talk, which is unknown for me, just know that I am trying to get the paint and lift it as fast as I can. The other thing that you do need when you're jelly printing is a roller, any type of roller. This is the only one that I have. I think it's a Recollections from our local Michael's store. I've had it for eons. I never knew what it was for till I did jelly plate printing. As you can see, it's quite dirty. But this pops off, so it does pop off. Yeah, so you can take, oh look at how dirty that is underneath. So you can clean this up. Okay, and of course I've got, oopsie daisy, got my die cut here. So obviously, like I said, it's Journal Through India, Gloria. Like I said, it's not going to be the same, but let's go for it. Thanks Britt and Gelli for encouraging me to do this. So the colors that I'm going to use, I'm going to try and stick to the same colors. I'm going to go with mattes today, even though metallic is really, really pretty. I have the turquoise matte and the mint matte, so they really complement each other very, very nicely. And then as my second color, I'm going to come in with Earthy Brown and Ochre. These actually colors belong to the Rest Effect kit, and these two colors actually belong to the Patina Effect kit. And what else do we need? That's it. That's it. Whether, I don't think I'll end up making the cards. I will just be showing you, but I can always post a picture after I've made the cards. So, like I said, you got to work pretty fast so that the paints don't dry. So, here we go. Let's see what we can do. So, the jelly plate Gloria is like this, like I've just got it on its base. But it's really like this flimsy. I don't know what it's made of if you would ask me. So I'm sure somebody knows. But I do know people have made them at home. I know Dali's made her own from glycerin when she first started playing with it. But I know she has the real one now. But it's just this paper that doesn't allow the paint to stay on and it lifts it up. But if anybody's got a better explanation, go for it. Okay. So I'm not going to talk so much now. I'm going to get going. This is for my roller, just to roll off the excess paint. I thought I had paint on it. And what it does, you can use this background for later. You can also do your rolling on a cardstock. You can also do your rolling on anything you want. Book pages, they will create gorgeous pages for you to use later for your mixed media work or card making. You want to get the paint off every time that you use it when you change colors, because otherwise you'll carry that color over. Okay, so let's go for it. I apologize if I'm really quiet. Like I said, this is going to be my third session. I can't believe I'm going to do it live. Okay, I'm going to put down lots of paint because I have a big surface to work on. I'm actually going to try and cover the whole surface, as you can see here. When I did these, what I do is I just take the size of this size, so I know I'll have a white border of a card. This is matte and layered, and what I do is I just tuck it under here like this, and then that allows me to know what areas I need to go to cover in order so that I can make a 5x7 card, a 6x6 card, or I can make it smaller, 4x6. But that's how I normally do it. But I'm just going to try and cover the whole plate because I'm excited to see what it looks like as a round, and if I wanted to put it on a round canvas. So I'm going to be experimenting here a little bit, see what a round canvas would look like. So this is an 8x8. So, okay, deep breath. Thanks, Jill. So I'm just going to layer a bunch of paint down. And now look, I'm putting lots down. You don't need this much. 1, I've got a large surface to cover. 2, I'm putting this much down because, as I mentioned earlier, I need to keep my paint wet and I don't want it to dry on us. If it dries on us, guess what? We'll just do it again and we'll try again. That's all you can do. That's all you can do is try again. So I'm putting down more than you need, okay? Okay, so once you've done that bit, we're just gonna come in and roll this on, just like this. Take off the excess paint, clean your brayer. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come in with your stencil, put it down, get a piece of copy of paper, and you're just going to lift up certain areas. Not all of it, just where the stencil is a negative, or the opposite way. So you have this gorgeous pattern. So just lift it up. Okay, take off your stencil. And now what you're going to do is come and put your die cut down. Doesn't matter which way it goes. Now I'm going to come in with these two colors, which is Earthy Brown. Again, I'm putting down a lot more than I probably need to. So this is the Earthy Brown and the Ochre. Oopsie daisy. And with your cleaned brayer, what you want to do is you just want to now take this layer over. We're going to see what we get. Clean off your brayer. Come back in with your stencil, put it down, And now pick up those colors that you've laid down. Look at that print there. Isn't that pretty? So that's how I got this card. That was my very first card. Can you see how I got that card? That was my very first card that I was able to make. So I'm just going to go in and lift off some more. Okay, so then you can take your stencil off. You stencil down. And then you just want to come in with some more copier paper. Just do a gentle lift. Here's another print. And then what you want to do is take off your birdie. You very, very carefully. See, look at your birdie, how cute it is. And put that birdie to the side. And then what you want to do is, this is where you can take your actual cardstock. And I might do, let's try this. Let's just go for it. And then this is where your final print will be. Let's see if this worked. Give it a good rub. You can also always check if it's lifting by lifting off a certain little corner. And some of it's already dried, let me tell you. I'm quite shocked it dried that fast. Maybe I shouldn't be talking. But let's see what happens and you will get the gist of it. Yay. There you have it. How gorgeous is that? Hi Sandy. So that's it. And with my jelly plate, all I do is I just come in with some water. I take a gentle brush and I just clean it off like this first, because it gets all the dried paint off. Otherwise it's hard and you don't want to damage your jelly plate by scrubbing too hard on it. You can wash your jelly plate with a gentle soap, like a dish soap, and you can clean it that way, but you do not want to scrub it and you do not want to put too much hot water on it. So I find doing it with a brush like this allows me to gently lift off all the dried paint without having using any abrasion. And then you can come in. Now you can also clean your jelly plate with a baby wipe. Okay, so as you know, I've already said mine's quite yellow, and these will discolor. It's just like when you use a die cut machine the first time and you have all those die cuts on your plate and you're like, oh no, I've ruined it. No, you haven't ruined it. Okay, so now let's put that aside and let's look at our what we've managed to accomplish today. That was fast, hey guys. So let's start with our very, very first print, shall we? Look at the mess I've made here, hey guys. Let me move this out of the way. Don't think I've worked that fast in my whole life, to be honest. Okay, so let's go in order of how this worked. So this is our very first print. This was when I did it on the copier paper, and this is also on copier paper. So very, very similar. Yeah, no two will ever be the same, as you can tell. It's not close. So I could probably get 2 cards out of this, but I could also use this as a background paper. So this was our very first print and our very first card. Okay. Now, my second print is a little bit different, and I'll tell you why. Because I didn't lift my birds off on this second print, I actually lifted my die cut off, but obviously I forgot. So I didn't lift my birds off. So guess what happened with the print? You can see the birds, but they're also in that pattern, which is such a gorgeous, gorgeous card. I just love it. So that's very, very different. So that was the second print, okay? And then with the third print, very, very similar. And I love the third print because the third print is very reminiscent of a watercolor. So this was my original third print that I had done when I was playing with it. And this is my third print, very watercolory, as my final print. So now you can cut these down and you can make whatever you want with them. But I'm thinking, how great would this look on a circular canvas? Now, what you do, you can either take a white Posca pen, make sure your surface is dry, and you can come in, and to further highlight this, what you're going to do is you are just going to come in and you're just going to highlight the areas. And this is still a little bit wet, but I will show you by doing this how much more your birds will stand out. And of course, take your time because I'm just going in and out of my lines. So you can see now this is starting to be a little bit defined where I've done it, whereas here it's not so defined. Maybe I'll do this a little bit here so you can really see. You can take a white Posca pen too, that's fine too. You see how quick that is? And it's instant gratification, the jelly plate. So you can see where I've defined it there, but it's not defined on this side, so it's a little bit fuzzy. You can do that also with this print right here, and you can define your birds. But make sure you dry this first. I'll just do this one bird to kind of show you. A thicker pen would probably be better. So don't stress it. The one thing I find with jelly printing, and the little that I've done, and with acrylic pouring is you're never going to get the same result. There is no right and there is no wrong result. Let's give the birdie an eye. There is no right or wrong result. It is what it is. And it's never the same, and it's just so much fun. And then you can doodle, you can do whatever you want and put a sentiment on it, and there you go, you're all done. So let me just show you with where I've outlined this and how different it is where you haven't outlined this. But I am loving, thank you Terry, I'm loving this round jelly plate because it gives you so many different ways of doing further art. Now just imagine, so now can you see where the bird's been outlined, how lovely it looks? It's just absolutely gorgeous. Yes, I love the one I'm working on too, and now that I've popped the bird more, I really, really like it. You can see the outline where I've done it, opposed to where I haven't done the outline. So now, if you were to take this, and you were to pop it onto a canvas, a round canvas, maybe put a sentiment on it, or do some mixed media on it, bring crackle paste on it, whatever you want. Just imagine how gorgeous that would be. So there you have it, 3 jelly prints, all worthy of having cards made out of them. So you have this one, you have this one, which again here, I had lifted the die off. On this one, I hadn't lifted the die off. Now that was just a happy accident, and I quite like it. I was meant to lift the die off. I just forgot to lift the die off on that print, but I like the way it turned out. And then you have this one right here. So 3 different prints, all from one session of using some paints. Now remember, I used a lot of paints, and let's not forget about our little birdie. Look at our little birdie. It's got like yellow ochre on it, and then it's got these beautiful blues. So if you really wanted to, you know, you could set up a set of birds on this. They don't really show up. Oh, that's not the card I made today. You could put them back down on this one like that. I don't like that, but you could. You could put them back down on this one. It's entirely up to you, or use this for another card making project like I did last week. I used my last week's one. But you look at the difference between the two birdies. One's got lots of white, one's got less white. This has got lots of brown on it too. So there you have it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching me do the jelly print. I encourage you, go play, have fun. There's lots of great tutorials online. I am just a beginner, but as you can tell, I am having immense fun with it. I really, really have enjoyed playing with it. I'm glad this worked out. I was really, like I said, a little bit worried about doing this, but some encouragement and kind words have helped me do this today. So I hope you had fun. I know it was a short demo, but that's just the way the jelly plate is. You want to go super fast. So trial and error. Use any colors you want, and like I said, look at the colors and backgrounds you can get when you're just playing with different jelly plate colors. Okay, so have fun. Thank you everybody, so much support that you've shown to Dali and I, and of course Paul, who barely gets mentioned, but he is our, you know, superhero in the background. He's one of those that, you know, silent heroes who keeps everything in place for us, lets me and Dali be creative, and then he, you know, is our little proofreader. He does all kinds of stuff in the background, keeps the place going. So big shout out to Paul, because I don't think we say it enough. It's not just Dali and I. We couldn't do this without Paul. You know, he's such an amazing support system and takes care of a lot of things for us. So shout out to Paul. You know, I love you to bits. And thank you, Dali. This is so much fun collabing with you, and I'm glad that we've got something coming out every month. So thanks everybody. Thank you for your support. Paul, you're welcome. I know you do so much for us, and you always take care of us, and lots of the business too, and which gives us time to create and play. So yay Paul, right? Yay Paul, our silent hero in the background. That's it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do hope that you enjoy our new pad. I hope I've given you enough samples to show you there are so many things for everybody, and all our pads will do this, and I will try to showcase that every time, that this isn't just a mixed media pad, it's also a scrapbooking pad. Yay, Gloria, way to go, Paul. And the other thing that I wanted to mention was that the upcoming challenge for February, the monthly challenge color will be Passionate Pinks, giving you guys a heads up. Is Passionate Pinks. This week's competition finishes on I think Friday the 28th. We've had loads of entries, so get them in at Dali Art and at Pentart. Amazing creations. We love it. You guys inspire us to want to do better. And funny enough, Passionate Pinks, I would say this new album is all about the passionate pinks, wouldn't you say? It's all passionate pinks. That's all I gotta say. Thanks, Paul. Okay, so there you have it. I hope you guys had fun hanging out with me. I just had a message. I was reading that bad girl. Hope you had fun joining me today. I hope you learned something about the jelly plate. I hope you learned a little bit more about our new collections coming out. Don't forget to join Dali tomorrow, and let's get you guys started on next month's challenge, which is Passionate Pinks, basically any pink. Okay, there you go. Everybody have a great day. Thank you again for your support. Love you guys so much. and we will see you next Tuesday. Thanks, Gloria. I enjoyed it. I shouldn't have been as scared as I was. Thank you, Kirsty. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Debbie. Okay, guys, have a good day.